Hello and welcome back to my channel, Simply Tola. Thank you for being here with me again on another episode, on another video. And I'm here just to share a very small video and a message that came via a conversation that I had with a friend. And a friend was talking about something, I can't even remember what it was, but basically it just birthed this topic. And basically it's on the smallest changes or the littlest changes yields big results. Okay, the smallest changes yield big results. And so I was just thinking about it, and I was applying this to my own self and reflecting on my own life and how I've seen just this very statement come to pass in its manifestation. So I've been complaining that, oh my goodness, I have a belly, and a gut, and even though I'm thin and everything, but I know I do have a belly and it's been coming out and all of that. And I said, well, I need to do something about it. So I started working out. First it kind of started off 2-3 days a week, but now it's 5 days a week. And I just exercise just a little bit, each day, maybe 10 minutes one day, maybe 12 minutes another day. I follow this app, and it's a free app. And so the workouts, vary based on the time. And so sometimes it's 10, like I said, sometimes the highest I've done is 32 minutes in one day. And so sometimes I think to myself, is this doing anything? I don't know. But, it's always good to snapshot and take pictures and to journal or whatever it is, so you can always see progress, right? So I had a picture from maybe February of this year, and then I saw myself a month later after doing this workout, and I said, oh my gosh, my belly has gone down. I noticed that just doing this small adjustments to my life and just incorporating working out on a daily basis, even though it's not a whole hour long, I've seen major results. My belly, yes, has gone down, and it's still, a work in progress. But even besides that, I've seen that my energy has improved. I've seen that my breathing has improved, that I'm not panting as much as I was before if I'm doing a small exercise. I've noticed that my digestive system has greatly improved. That's something I've always struggled with growing up, but because now my body is moving and just doing just small exercises, it's yielding such a great result in my life physically, and I just feel better overall. And so it's not good to despise little things, and I may just be oh, it's not an hour, because I look at other people that are that work out for real, and they go to the gym an hour a day, and I'm not doing that. But just the little that I'm doing, I'm seeing wow, it's actually working for me. And so it's all about taking small steps. It's all about progress. It's all about growth. So you don't have to do it like the other person, right? You don't have to compare yourself and well, they're like this and I don't think I can do that. Just start where you are. It can be, like I said, a simple exercise or workout routine that you need to incorporate into your life, a little bit each day. Don't try to overextend yourself. And that's the problem that most people do. At the beginning of the year, they talk about New Year's resolution and they have 100 things on their list. Yet they didn't do what they said they were going to do last year or 2 years ago, and then they want to add new things. But it's always best to start on a foundation, and when you start on a foundation, that you can grow from there and continue to grow and to implement more things. But you have to start somewhere. And so so just start small. Start with something, see what you can do with it, and then you'll see what it will become, I don't know, a month later, and I'm always about progress. I love journaling, for example. I love to see, things where I've come from, or how things start, and then see, where I am now, and, maybe down the road, it's wait, I've come this far, so it's always good to document yourself, even when it comes to little changes, when it comes to, progress, when it comes to self-development or improving yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna read 2 scriptures from the Bible, okay? And you know, there, and before I read that, you know, you always hear a statement that people say, oh, a little goes a long way, or you can do a little with a lot. Or you can do, did I say that right? Yeah, little goes a long way, and you can do, a lot can be done with little. Yes, a lot can be done with little, which is true. And I wrote a book, if you watch one of my other videos, and it starts with one seed. And you know, just like the story starts and explains, like the girl Deborah in the story, she wanted to plant an apple seed and all of this stuff, and it literally starts with one seed. With one seed, you'll see a whole harvest of apples, you know. And so it's just a beautiful thing to see what can be done with just something little. So anyway, I'm gonna read Mark chapter 12, verse 41 to verse 44. And this is talking about the widow's mite. And I'm also reading from the Amplified version. Okay, so it says, and he sat down opposite the temple treasury and began watching how the people were putting money into the treasury. And many rich people were putting in large sums. A poor widow came and put in 2 small copper coins, which amount to a mite. Calling his disciples to him, and he said, I assure you and most solemnly say to you, this poor widow put in proportionally more than all the contributors to the treasury. For they all contributed from their surplus, but she from her poverty put in all that she had to live on. Okay, so you can see, even though this is not really like a small change, you know, yields a big result, but I don't know, I felt like this story just kind of related in a way that I'm gonna read a portion. This is like an author's note from the Bible, so I'm gonna read that, and this is from verse 41. It's just kind of like a content type thing, and it says, the 13 receptacles for the money were metal, and the heavy silver coins contributed by the wealthy would have made quite a noise when they were deposited, calling audible attention to the size of each contribution. By contrast, the widow's coins would have barely made a sound. But you know, I thought that was important to read, because in this story it shows that, you know, she had the least out of everybody there, yet what she had made more impact than those that even had surplus. Okay, so she just had just one little coin, like the last that she had. It didn't even make noise, it says. You know, others, it made so much noise and all of this stuff, and it was heavy, yet you couldn't even recognize that she even gave anything. Yet in the eyes of God, she gave the most. And so what I'm trying to draw from this story is that it's not about trying to do the biggest thing, you know, just the biggest thing right now. Like I said earlier, building on a foundation, you will get to that point eventually when you build, as you build your capacity. But you know, incorporate something small right now. What can you do little right now, and be faithful with that, and see then eventually how you can grow, how you can progress. And like I said, it's all about progress. It's all about, okay, this is where I'm starting today. I know I'm not going to be here forever, but I know that I'm going to grow tomorrow, or in the next year, or in the next 2 years, or whatever the case is. So it's all about making steps. It's all about progress. So don't try to look at, like I said, comparison. Don't try to look at the other person like, oh my goodness, they're doing like an hour workout, 5 hours a day, like I was saying, and I'm looking at these other people thinking like, man, in order for me to yield these big results, I have to be like them. But I just did what I know I can do. And that was like between 10 or 15 minutes to 30 minutes each day. And I stuck with it. And it's all about consistency. That's another thing. I had to push myself. I had to discipline myself even when I did not feel like it. There's days when I'm like tired, and there's days like I don't want to do it, but I'm like, I have to do it. If I want to see results, I have to keep pushing myself. I have to keep, you know, I just have to keep at it, you know, and I held myself accountable, you know, so I was accountable to someone that I was like, okay, they're going to help me every day. Like I said, it was on the app. And so every single time I'm working out, they'll get a notification, you know, that I'm working out, or whatever the case is. So it's all about accountability and being consistent. And then before you knew it, I'm like, what? Like, I'm toning up. Oh my goodness, my breathing is better. Oh my goodness, I'm getting more energy. Oh my goodness, my belly's going down. Like, you know, all of those things, I started to see it. And sometimes you won't even see it. Other people will be like, oh my goodness, like something's changing, something is different. And you're like, oh really? Like, I didn't even notice. I'm just doing this little thing and you don't even realize how far, you know, it's taking you. So I just wanted to encourage you with that. Really just keep at it, discipline yourself, have accountability, start with something small. Just start with something, incorporate something into your routine. Maybe every single day you just need to start your day, and I highly encourage you to just start it in prayer. You know, ask God for your guidance. Maybe you see yourself, you're making mistakes every single time when in your life, or maybe the decisions that you make, and just incorporating, just praying every day and asking for God's leadership through the day. You start to see like, wow, oh wow, I'm making better decisions now. Why? Because you have put God first. You know, just little things like that. Or like I said, like the workout, or, you know, I don't know, it could just be anything. Maybe you want to be intentional in building more friendships. That's just an example. Maybe once a week or twice a week, you can have a list of different people that you want to you know, reach out to, or whatever the case, or communicate, and you'll see how that helps you even socially or networking, and whatever the case is, and you'll start to see how those little things that you're doing is improving your lifestyle. So I just pray that God bless you with these little tips. I know it's tips and all of that, but yeah, please subscribe to my channel. Please you know, like the button down below. Please share with me your comments, whatever it is that is on your heart. Please share it with me. I would love to know. And I will see you on the next video.